morning, SK.
Good morning, SK.
Welcome back, SK.
Good morning, South.
Good morning, SK. I'm Riley.
And I'm Ryan. As you saw yesterday, track had a big send-off for yesterday for state.
Already, Grace Gilmore placed 5th in discus with a throw of 122 feet and 9 inches.
And the ladies relay team took first place in qualifiers. They have more qualifiers today, with tomorrow being the big event.
In that case, we better pick up the pace if we want to keep up with them. Ryan?
Sure. On to some sports news. Track and Field's end-of-season awards show will be held on June 6th on the field. See Coach Zimmer for any questions. Also, the baseball awards banquet will be June 7th in the SKHS Commons. Each player and family, please bring your favorite store-purchased dessert to share. If you have any questions, see Coach Logue. Spring football is days away. Are you ready?
Guys, we love our current players, but how do we get better this year, especially on Friday nights?
We need to lift weights and condition as a team.
That's what I'm talking about.
Recruit our own hallways for potential football players.
We need varsity athletes from baseball, lacrosse, basketball, track and field, wrestling.
Bam! Sounds like a winning plan. Don't you just love a locker room? It smells like potential. Let's get to work. Hey, you guys. Yeah, you. The ones in the sports gear. Come closer. Have you ever thought about playing football for SK?
Nah, Coach, we'd play if the team was better.
You know what the happiest animal on earth is? It's a goldfish. You know why? It's got a 10-second memory. Be a goldfish.
I think what Coach Dino's trying to say is, don't worry about last year. We need you guys to help improve our future.
I'm focusing on my best sport so I can get a scholarship.
Athletic scholarships are a great goal. College coaches are looking for multi-sport athletes as well.
If you care about someone and you got a little love in your heart, there ain't nothing we can't get through together. Taking on a challenge is a lot like riding a horse, isn't it? If you're comfortable while you're doing it, you're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah, let's do this.
Your body's like day-old rice. If it ain't warmed up properly, something real bad could happen.
Yes, Coach.
I feel like this is going to be a great season, Coach Dino.
I feel like we fell out of the lucky tree and hit every branch coming down. Landed in a pool of cash and Sour Patch Kids.
Someone's been watching Ted Lasso.
All right, show them how to
If you want to play, please sign up on the athletics website. Hurry, as the team needs a lot more players. If you have any questions, see Coach Erickson. If you attended South Colby Elementary, they are inviting you back to walk their breezeway and take photos on June 7th. They can't wait to give you a big Bobcat congratulations. Contact the South Colby office staff with any questions. We missed this on Monday, but the band was at the Armed Forces Day parade last weekend. As for this weekend, if you're looking for a laugh, you're in luck. We'll be posting Improv Night from earlier this month on our YouTube channel. It will go up Monday.
Now on to some senior news. First, guest forms for Prom 2022 are available at the SB office. Turn them in to Miss Millett at the main office by the end of the day, Wednesday. And make sure you have all the correct signatures or it will not be approved. Guests must be 20 years old or younger, pre-approved, have a ticket for their admission, and bring their ID. Also, ticket prices go up next week. Buy them today for $25 with ASB and $30 without. Prom court voting is happening right now in your grade level classroom. Make sure to vote and pick who will be king and queen. Prom court royalty will be announced on WTV next Friday. As the year starts to wrap up, that ultimately means there's going to be cool student artwork pieces being finished up. We have spotted some humanities class creations out on our window, and we just had to learn more.
If you looked up on your way to the high school, you may have noticed a pop of color in the windows.
One of the projects that we do is the stained glass project, which is the culmination of our Gothic period, where we look at architecture and see how humans express themselves by going upward and building churches that went high, 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 high. And it was all for the purpose of light, which is the opposite of the modern day interpretation of the Gothic period, which is dark. And in order to glorify light, which they equated with God even more, they decorated the windows that let in God's light with stained glass.
These marvelous displays of color are actually student-constructed stained glass windows, but getting them designed was no easy task.
We had to cut our design with an X-Acto knife into black construction paper and then glue the paper that we wanted it to color onto it, which is kind of difficult.
Getting a first-hand tour reveals an elaborate display of flowers, landscapes, geometric shapes, and even a frog.
Well, it was originally supposed to be the Princess and the Frog Voodoo Man cards, but it kind of evolved into just a frog with a crown because it was easier.
Of course, the more elaborate of a design a student creates, the more difficult it becomes.
The paper, it sometimes wasn't as exact as I'd like it to be, and gluing it down, sometimes I'd tear something by using a glue stick, so that was difficult, but it was fun.
With every design being original, it meant that every student had to source their own inspiration.
So mine was the taller one with a man in it, and he's my original character from a comic that I'm making right now.
The koi fish in the water with like the lily pads. I mainly got inspired from a piece of stained glass that we actually got from Japan that kind of looks similar to it with the koi fish. Some of the rose windows in Notre Dame and things like that, they're very pretty.
If you are looking to check out these wonderful works of art, you can stop by and see them in room 322, or consider taking a humanities class next year.
Like, I'm a huge fan of art history, and if anyone is a fan of the history of art or human nature, it's really fun.
I can't believe those were made using only construction and tissue paper. Look up next time you head towards the parking lot. If you want to have your pictures added to the yearbook, then here's your chance. There are posters all around the school, so you can scan the QR code on them or add your pictures. Now for clubs meeting today, which are Builders of Unity and Mandarin. And meeting Tuesday will be D&D and Model UN. And before we end the show, remember, during lunches, you are to turn in your packets for grad night if you are going. Along with that, let's talk about why we have a 3-day weekend.
As we all know, Monday is Memorial Day, a day to honor those that have served and have passed. Tomorrow, veterans from all around the state will show up to the courthouse to escort recent veterans that have passed and have no family to their final resting place. The Ride of the Unforgotten goes from Port Orchard to Tahoma and will kick off at 10 tomorrow.
And that's it. I'm done reading.
What do you mean?
We're adding news.
Oh, that's what you meant. Well, we should end the show, right?
Yes, but no names.